aka Bullets, YouTube channel.
Hurry up, now tell us why you're here.
Sad news. Clint Shiftright will be retiring at the end of the season. But Clint Shiftright, thank you for everything that you've given us. Kenny Shiftright, his brother, will start at pole position and lead for the first 16 laps before Todd Marcus is third as of lap 16, where he crashes the leader Kenny Shiftright, Rowley Boltstrike, Murray Clutchburn, Sterling Carlin, Ron Blaster, Ernie Swervin, Ernie Gearson, Krusty Roder, and Johnny Blamer. Dale Carrett will take the lead to restart the race, and he'd lead to lap 31, where Hollingus would do a bonsai pass, and he'd lead to lap 37, where the King would take the lead from him. The King would lead all the way to lap 58, where he'd lose the lead to Ward Burnton. Somehow, for 3 turns. But then, Todd Marcus will take the lead for 9 laps before another red car, Ryan Thunderbolt Jr., would take the lead, leading to lap 71, where Mark Carton, a car that's way nicer, would lead to lap 75, where WJ Lights would take the lead from him. WJ Lights would lead for 12 laps before Jeff Gorvette would take the lead from him. Jeff Gorvette would lead all the way to lap 131, where the King would take the lead from him, leading for over 30 laps before Michael Cartrip would be out because of an engine failure. Mark Carton would take the lead, and he'd lead to lap 186 for over 20 laps before Clint Shiftright would take the lead for just 4. The car that takes the lead after is Jeff Gorvette, and Jeff Gorvette would lead the race for 45 laps before Dale Earnhardt would take the lead from him, leading for just 11 laps before Jeremy Carfield would take the lead and lead to lap 252, where Chuck Armstrong is out because he crashed into Terry Carboni, who is also out because he hit the wall. Todd Marcus caused this crash. Why? Clint Shiftright would end up taking the lead, and he'd lead for 11 laps before Jeff Burnton would take the lead from him, leading all the way to lap 289, where Ken Schrader is out because of Eugene Karbareski. Well, of course that happened, and Dale Carrett will take the lead once more, leading for just 8 laps, where Jeff Gorvette would take the lead from him, leading for 49 laps before Ricky Sludd would be out because of an engine failure. Jeff Gorvette would go down 1 lap because he's tired, and Todd Marcus would take the lead on lap 348. But on lap 351, where he lost the lead, Jeff Gorvette is back on lead lap, and the car that takes the lead is Ruby Easy Oaks, who will lead for 3 laps before he'd lose the lead to the King. And the King would only lead 5 laps before Dale Carrett would take the lead from him. Dale Carrett will lead for 12 laps before the King retakes the lead, and he'd lead for just another 5 laps before Mark Carton would take the lead from him, leading to lap 385 for a total of 8 laps before Dale Carrett would take the lead for the final 15 laps. But on his way to the finish line, Jeff Gorvette passes him, and that means he wins the 1998 Dinoco 400, and of course, the 1998 Piston Cup. Let's see who came in the next 39 positions. Jeff Gorvette won this Piston Cup, winning 13 races, which has not been done for a very long time. Mark Carton, of course, came second. Dale Carrett will finish third ahead of the King, due to the fact that Dale Carrett came second and the King came ninth. Clint Shiftright has a top 5 for his final season, and Hollingus is just behind him. Dale Earnhardt could not build upon his win in the Florida 500, and he finishes 8th in points because he only had 1 win, and a few crashes too. Somehow, Rowley Boltstrike finished outside of the top 10 despite his 1 win, only a position ahead of Jeremy Carfield, who got his first win. Ward Burnton did much better this season since he's finished 22nd. Chick Hicks is still in the top 20, finishing 17th, only barely beating out Chuck Armstrong. Murray Clutchburn, when he wasn't being wrecked by the green car, Chick Hicks! He's finishing in the top 10, which means he finishes 13th this season. Jeff Burton's still in the top 10 for some reason. And also, Eugene Kovareski only lost to Chick Hicks by 4 points. And the other 236 cars finished 23rd and 24th. Ron Blaster is always going to finish around late 20s, 27th this time. Todd Marcus finished 26th. To be fair, he did miss like one race. And also, Mark Burnsley's always going to finish in like the high 30s or the low 20s. And also, Bill Reeslot and Sterling Carlin somehow just finish up the top 20 somehow. Darren Leadfoot, who didn't have a season-ending crash this season, finished in the top 40 again. Michael Cartrip and Kenny Shiftright had significantly better seasons than usual seasons. And Slider Petrolski is somehow 35th. Jerry Nadrive and Ricky Carvin did not do well this season. Well, Jerry Nadrive was expected to finish much higher, but it's okay, it's just his rookie year. So, the 225 cars didn't do that well. And Ernie Gearson kept having engine failures.
Remember to press the notifications button, which goes ring, ring, ring after you press it. And lightning strikes back, and that's as if you subscribed, of course. And thank you for watching this entire video.
Here was one more thing I was going to say about the top 40. Ryan Thunderbolt Jr. finished 37th. And Kyle Traxon gave him his pit crew for the season after he was out for the season. And Kyle Traxon is still absent from the top 40. About the next video, the 1999 Florida 500 will be coming out very soon.